It's appraisal time again and I have to give each member of my staff a performance appraisal rating. I would really appreciate some advice.
Sure, I'd be happy to help.
Let's start with Michael. Hi Michael, did you have a good weekend? Yes, I went fishing and had a great time. Oh, I love fishing. Fishing is my life. I caught a beauty. It was a 50-pound trout. Nice. Where did you go fishing? I went to the River Bray. It's my favorite place to fish. Mine too. Michael and I are so similar. We have so much in common. I am a really hard worker and I produce great results because I put in the extra effort needed to get the job done. Michael is just like me. He always goes the extra mile to produce great results. I will give him a rating of 5. Excellent.
There are a number of common appraisal errors managers make when doing these reviews. You have made one with Michael. The error you made is called similar to me. This is when we tend to like people who are similar to us. We say, he loves fishing and so do I. So he must work hard, like I do. When someone is similar to us in some way, we tend to project our other characteristics onto them.
Wow, I didn't even realize I was doing that. I'll have to sit back and take a really thorough look at Michael and his work to get an accurate appraisal rating. Let's move on to Maria. Maria, I have a problem. Can you help me out?
Sure, what is it?
I have spent hours working on the monthly statistics and I was about to email the report to the director. Just as I was about to save the file, I accidentally deleted all the data. Can you do anything to retrieve the information I deleted?
I was just about to go home, but I'll stay behind to help you. I will find the backup file on the system and restore it for you.
You saved my life. Thank you. Maria is great with technology. She is always willing to help. In the past few months, there were times when she made mistakes, but this must have been due to circumstances beyond her control. Because after all, Maria is great with technology. I will give her a rating of 5. Excellent.
You have made another error. This one is called the halo and horns effect. This is when we generalize our opinion of a member of staff based on just one or two behaviors that stand out for us. So we see someone as all good, the halo effect. Or we see them as all bad, the horns effect. No one is completely without virtue, or completely without fault. So the appraisal ratings should reflect people's performance for the whole year.
You're right. I've only looked at a very select few events when it comes to Maria. I need to focus on both the good and the bad. Let's see who's next. Henry. Hello, Henry.
Hey, man. How's it hanging?
Henry is a hippie. He obviously spends all of his time taking illegal drugs. Most of the time he can't think straight. It affects his work. It won't be long before he makes a mistake so big that it will lose us a client account. He is a liability. An accident waiting to happen. I will give him a rating of 1. Unacceptable.
You have made your third error. Stereotyping. When you stereotype someone, you are projecting characteristics onto them, based purely on, for example, the ethnic, social, or gender group to which they belong. As a manager, you need to be self-aware enough to challenge your perceptions of people. Are your opinions based on facts or are you being selective in the information you are using to judge someone's performance?
You are right again, Maggie. I'm impressed that a woman knows so much about this kind of thing. Just kidding. Anyway, let's move on to Annabelle.
I have finished that report and it's ready to be sent to the client. I completed the review you asked me to do earlier. I found some mistakes in a draft contract and corrected them. This saved the company lots of money.
That's great. Annabelle is an excellent performer and has exceeded all her targets. I am thinking of giving her a top rating of 5. Excellent. But then again, I gave a top rating to Sarah. Sarah is my star employee and is the best performer in my team. Annabelle is not as good as Sarah. I will give Annabelle a rating of 4. Good.
This is error number 4. The contrast effect. This is where you compare one employee against another. You should be comparing employees against their objectives. If you have 2 employees who have exceeded their targets, then you should give them both the top rating.
Good point. I'll give Annabelle a 5. Excellent. Let's see, who's next? David. Hi David, have you finished that report yet?
What report?
The report I gave you on Monday. I asked you to complete it by today.
Well, you should have given me some written instructions. How am I supposed to remember all the things you ask me to do? I find it difficult enough trying to fit everything in. You give me too much work to do. And anyway, I don't like writing reports.
Okay, that's fine David. I'll find someone else to do it. David never finishes anything on time and is always complaining. He always blames someone or something else for his failures. If I try to tackle his poor performance, he will find something or someone else to blame. Quite frankly, he scares me. I will give him a rating of 3 acceptable.
That's central tendency. Managers make this error sometimes by avoiding giving very high or very low ratings. They think it is easier to give everyone a middle grade, so they don't have to tackle poor performance of the low scorers, or deal with requests for pay rises from the high performers. This, however, is just being lazy. You need to take responsibility for giving accurate ratings and feedback to the individual. Otherwise, there would be no point in giving people ratings at all.
Yes, you're right. I'll give David a rating of 1. Unsatisfactory. And I'll talk to him about his work ethic and other problems tomorrow. Last up is Andy. Andy, have you spoken to the customer about the complaint we received?
Sorry, no. I will call the customer now.
Andy, do you have those figures for me?
Sorry, no. I will get them for you now.
Andy, have you finished that report?
Sorry, no. I will start now.
Hi Andy.
I finished the document you asked for and put it on your desk. I worked really hard on it and have put in a few extra things that you might find useful. I also took the initiative to put together a PowerPoint presentation with the most important data, so that you can show it at the management meeting.
Thanks, that's great. Andy really did a great job with the document and PowerPoint last week. I was so impressed at the detail. And the PowerPoint was a really good extra. Andy works hard to go the extra mile. I will give him a rating of 5. Excellent.
And there it is, the last error. The primacy and recency effect. First and last impressions are very powerful and may influence people's interpretation of all other behavior. The recency effect is the tendency to remember only the most recent behavior and rate the person's performance for the whole year, based solely on this. You are remembering the good job Andy did recently and are ignoring all the other previous times when he did a bad job.
How do you avoid the primacy and recency trap?
There are 4 things you can do. Make notes as you observe behavior. Give feedback regularly throughout the year. Have interim reviews. And refer to the notes you have taken throughout the year at the annual review meeting.
Thanks Maggie. You have really helped me see how easy it is to make appraisal rating errors. And now I know how to deal with and counteract them.
You're welcome.